All right, so today we're diving into something a little different.
Oh,
Yeah, we've got a science fiction story,
okay.
and it's set on this cruise liner,
Right.
but it's not just any cruise liner.
Okay.
This one is orbiting a black hole.
Wow.
And get this, they call it Cafe at the Event Horizon.
That's
I know.
quite a view, I imagine.
Yeah, talk about a view, right?
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
To think about this idea of like disaster tourism,
Right.
but taken to a whole other level. Like imagine
Yeah.
sipping cocktails while a star system is literally being ripped apart.
I know.
What do you think that says about this future society?
Well, it certainly makes you think about, like, their priorities, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we have disaster tourism even now,
we do.
but this is on a whole other scale.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And in the middle of all this cosmic drama,
Right.
we meet Tabby Granger.
Yeah.
She's an older woman,
Right.
and she seems to find a strange sense of peace in this chaotic setting.
Yeah.
She's described as appreciating the simple things.
Yeah.
And the story hints that she's got a knack for spotting a phony.
Yeah. Which is interesting because
Yeah.
she's about to be confronted with a pretty unbelievable claim.
Huh.
So this young couple,
Okay.
Mira and Raleigh Terry, they approach her,
Okay.
and Mira insists that she's Tabitha's long-lost best friend.
Oh, wow.
But here's the catch.
Yeah.
She looks way too young for that to even be possible.
Right. And that's where the story really starts to hook you.
Yeah.
The reader's immediately wondering, like, how could this be?
Yeah.
Is it time travel,
Right.
advanced technology,
Right.
or something else going on?
Yeah. Well, the story does mention advanced tech and the possibility of life extension,
Right.
but Tabitha doesn't buy it right away.
Yeah.
I love how she puts Mira through a series of tests,
Yeah.
almost like she's trying to catch her in a lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
She even mentions a specific storm
Right.
that destroyed a ranger tower on Tabitha's home planet and brings up Tabitha's pet Tito.
Right.
Those details seem pretty hard to fake.
Yeah, and then there's the tear-shaped scar they
Mhm.
both have.
Right.
That's a pretty concrete link
Yeah.
to their shared past.
Definitely.
But even with all that, Tabitha's still suspicious,
Okay.
especially when Raleigh reveals himself to be a Nelnoranthian.
Ah, the Nelnoranthians.
Yes.
They're this intriguing race known for their longevity and youthful appearance.
Yeah.
So on one hand, it seems like the mystery of Mira's youth might be solved,
Yeah.
but on the other hand, it opens up a whole new set of questions.
It does, especially because we learn that faking Nelnoranthian features is becoming trendy.
Oh, wow.
Like, imagine that
Oh, that's
people
true.
pretending to be an entirely different species just to appear younger.
Yeah. It makes you think about how this society views aging and mortality.
Totally.
It seems like even with incredible technology, they still haven't quite conquered that fear of getting old.
Right. But Raleigh proves he's the real deal by subtly revealing his pointed ears,
Uh-huh.
which is a telltale Nelnoranthian trait.
Right.
And that's when Tabitha starts to believe that this really is her old friend,
Wow.
somehow rejuvenated.
Yeah.
It's a powerful moment when she recognizes the young Mira as the girl she grew up with.
That's amazing.
And just as they reconnect, Mira drops the bombshell.
Ooh.
Tabby, I have such wonderful news.
Ooh, talk about a cliffhanger.
Right.
What could possibly be wonderful in a world where you casually watch stars get devoured by black holes?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
What do you think as a reader when you hit that line?
Honestly, it makes me think about the implications of having that kind of advanced technology.
Uh-huh.
Like, what if aging was something that you could just reverse?
Right.
What would that do to relationships,
Yeah.
to society?
Exactly.
It's big.
It's almost like the story is asking us to confront our own anxieties about getting older.
It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
we're all familiar with that desire to hold on to our youth,
Right.
but this story takes it to a whole other level.
It does, and it makes you wonder, what exactly is this wonderful news
Right.
that Mira has for Tabitha?
Yeah.
Does it have something to do with rejuvenation?
Ooh.
Maybe like a secret society devoted to extending lifespans?
Those are great theories, and the fact that this news is delivered against this backdrop of a dying star system,
I know.
it's so striking, you know?
Yeah.
It creates this incredible contrast between like the potential for individual renewal
Right.
and then this inevitability of, like, cosmic decay.
It's like the story is saying that even in the face of like ultimate destruction,
Yeah.
there's still this human desire to find hope and create a future.
Exactly, and let's not forget about Raleigh.
Right.
He's a Nelnoranthian,
Yeah.
a race known for their long lifespans.
Right.
Could he be involved in this wonderful news somehow?
He could be. It seems like his knowledge of longevity could be a key piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
And the fact that people are posing as Nelnoranthians
Right.
suggests a real fascination with their ability to defy aging.
It does, and you have to wonder if technology has advanced to the point where people can just rejuvenate.
Yeah.
What does that say about the societal values in this world?
Right. Are they obsessed with youth?
Yeah.
Is it a status symbol?
Totally. And remember that scene where Tabitha points out that pretending to be Nelnoranthian is becoming like a trend,
Oh, yeah.
especially among those looking for a second chance at love?
Absolutely. That little detail speaks volumes about the anxieties and desires at play in this society.
Yeah.
It seems that even with this advanced technology,
Right.
they haven't quite escaped the human fear of aging
Yeah.
and losing their appeal.
It's like they're seeking a way to cheat death, not just physically, but also emotionally and romantically.
Totally.
Makes you wonder, how would Tabitha,
Yeah.
someone who values simplicity and authenticity,
Right.
how would she react to this kind of news?
Right. Would she embrace it, or would it feel like a betrayal of everything she believes in?
Exactly, and that's what makes this story so compelling. It's not just a space adventure.
Right.
There's a thoughtful exploration of the human condition.
It forces us to confront our own anxieties about aging and mortality.
Absolutely, and it challenges us to think about the ethical implications of advanced technology.
Right.
What if we could really reverse aging?
Yeah.
Who would have access to that kind of technology?
Right.
What would the consequences be for society as a whole?
It's like the story is holding up a mirror to our own desires and fears.
Yeah.
Making us ask some tough questions about what it truly means to be human.
Absolutely. And it does it all within this captivating world of black holes and space cafes and mysterious alien races.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example of how science fiction can be both entertaining and thought-provoking.
I agree. So for our listeners who are eager to find out what this wonderful news actually is and how Tabitha reacts, where can they find the full story? Okay, so before we send you off to finish the story yourself, let's recap what we know so far.
Okay.
We got Tabitha, our protagonist, enjoying this very unusual cafe
Yeah.
when her supposed best friend from her younger years reappears,
Right.
looking decades younger than she should.
And there's all this compelling evidence to suggest that it really is her friend.
Right.
The shared memories,
Yeah.
a matching scar,
Yeah.
and of course the presence of Raleigh, who just happened to belong to a species known for its incredibly long lifespan.
Exactly. And just when Tabitha starts to accept this mind-blowing reunion,
Yeah.
Mira hits her with the wonderful news.
Right.
It's such a perfect cliffhanger.
It is. We're left to wonder, is it about a way to reverse aging?
Right.
A secret society?
Yeah.
Or maybe something to do with the Nelnoranthians that we haven't even considered.
And that's where this deep dive takes a turn.
Okay.
It becomes less about analyzing what's already on the page and more about stepping into Tabitha's shoes.
Okay.
We want you, the listener, to really think about how you would react in that moment.
I see.
Because remember, we've established that Tabitha values simple things, honesty.
And she's incredibly sharp when it comes to spotting anything that feels fake or insincere.
Right.
And she's older,
Yeah.
likely seen a lot in her life,
Mm-hmm.
and finds a sense of peace in her current routine.
Okay.
So imagine your Tabitha,
Yeah.
this long-lost friend, comes back seemingly defying age.
Right.
And she has news that could completely change your life.
Wow.
Would you be excited,
Yeah.
terrified,
Right.
maybe even a little suspicious?
Mm.
This isn't about finding the right answer.
Okay.
It's about exploring those complex emotions and choices.
Yeah.
Would you chase after a second chance at youth, knowing it could disrupt everything you've built?
Right.
Or would you stick with the familiar, even if it meant missing out on something potentially extraordinary?
It's a tough one.
It's a question with no easy answers.
Yeah.
And it's one that this story makes you confront head on.
It does.
We highly recommend checking out the full story cafe at the Event Horizon to see how it all plays out.
Not only will you get the answers to the mysteries we've discussed, but you'll also get to experience this incredibly rich and thought-provoking world for yourself.
And who knows, you might even discover something new about your own perspective on life aging and the enduring power of friendship.
Until next time, keep diving deep.